we did the patterning for like 14 and a half years. And I got to where I can creep on my hands and knees across the floor by myself. And that, I made tremendous progress, of course, going from no movement at all to that. But it just wasn't coming fast enough, and it was just time to move on. So we stopped that.
I think the real depression didn't come in for 14 years later when he gave up on the patterning.
I thought I was just going crazy trying to deal with my situation, and I had to find some answers if I was going to survive.
The fact that someone did this, it didn't just happen. He didn't die, it wasn't an accident. Someone planned to go out there and shoot him. And that was just very hard for us to understand, and then how you respond to that.
And that's why I said I needed to find some answers if I was going to survive this life. Just everything from not being able to eat and dress and feed myself and just everything. Oh, like marriage and a job and security and that everybody dreams about.
I know that must have been severe and deep and for several years. And so then the remarkable thing was when he began to come out of that.
Like I said, I was desperate to find some other answers.
Now, Viktor Frankl was a psychiatrist who was in Auschwitz, and he lived through it. And so he wrote this book, how we don't always control what happens to us, but we do control how we respond to it. And so he just observed people in the Nazi concentration camp, and some people giving up and dying, and other people determining, I'm going to live and survive, and he and some others did. So just that whole sense of accepting that I don't control everything that happens to me in life, but I do control my response to it.
That had a tremendous impact on my thinking, that that what happened to me may have been terrible, but it was my choice how I was going to handle that.
And he came and asked me, said I would like to talk to youth groups. And so we arranged for that and did that, a month or so ago. He's very impressive to the youth because he's very articulate, very clear, very bright. And here's someone in a wheelchair, and he's been there for almost 30 years, and he'll be there the rest of his life, and he can't do anything. And it's just the opposite of what a teenager thinks life is about, and yet this person has a serenity about him and a peace and a calm. And so I found whenever he has spoken to youth groups, the young people just really responsive to him. And this means a great deal to him to see that he is helping other people deal with their life.
He served as an officer in Young Men for Arlington. He's been involved in the community. Everywhere I go, at a concert or some kind of an event, why Kevin is able to be there and is talking with his friends and enjoying life. He's just been tremendous. And I think he's developed an aura about him that's just kind of, awesome.
What happened is what happened. And whether I can make something good out of that, if I do make something good out of it, that's all to the better. But as far as a blessing or a curse, I can't say if it's been either one of those.
I admire him. I think he's a hero, and he's been a fantastic example because of his essence and his spirit. I know he's a strong individual. I just want him to know that I never have forgotten it, and that I pray for him every day.
All of us can learn from him what it means to be a free human being, that I am not determined by my genes, my chromosomes, my environment, by other people outside of me, but I am a transcendent, wondrous person who can stand off and look at my life and make decisions about who I will be in that situation. And for so many of us, we're so impressed with what we do and what we achieve and what we possess. And to see Kevin and realize he doesn't do anything, he doesn't achieve anything, he doesn't possess anything, except a very calm soul inside. And that's what we really are all wanting to achieve.
In all my contemplation and meditation, I kept feeling there was something within myself that was where I wanted to be. It's something that originating inside me. And I understood and understand now that if I strip away all of what I think of myself as, that is God. What is inside of me, beyond self, is God. And what is inside of everyone, beyond self, beyond ego, is God. I just hope to share lessons about what's inside of each and every one of us and how much our potential is, and how we shouldn't let our potential be blocked by the things we think and the feelings we feel.
It's affecting a whole lot of folks right now, and as I think about it, having been through it, and the example of what he's done is so extraordinary that it makes a lot more difference than those of us who just have enjoyed the wonders and pleasures of life, going through living a good life. What difference does that make to anybody else? But with someone who's been through what Kevin's been through and overcome it in a sense by his mentality is a lesson that all of us could certainly learn.